diverging a little bit to cover one of your more important tools, your computer. So, Linux, off the shelf, ready to go. What's in the box? I am not a tutor for this. I am brand new to Linux. I've just been working on it for the last, 2 months? 2 months. So I bought a System76 off the shelf with Cosmic Environment. It is the Pop!OS distribution because it is supposed to be the most noob-friendly distribution. And I'm just going to show you what's in the box, why you shouldn't be intimidated to get one of these off the shelf if you're not liking Windows, if you're not liking the lack of privacy. Maybe you want to try something new. This is just to show you how not intimidating it is. So when you first start it up, it's going to do a big scroll as it installs itself. It's going to ask you if you want encryption. I said yes. You'll see the initial login for that. There it is. Okay. Loading up. You get yet another login. So you're going to put that in. So a few of the complaints that quite a few people have. You can't change the wallpaper. Well, this comes with wallpaper. Here we are changing the wallpaper. All right. The other thing people complain about, you can't hook up Bluetooth. Here we are with my Bluetooth speaker. And connected. Takes about as long as it usually does. Plays fine. Displays. Doesn't detect the displays. Well, here it is detecting the displays. I don't have it hooked up so you can see it happen, but here I am unplugging and plugging in the displays. It detects it right away. Nothing is messed up on the native display, as you can see. I'm going to plug it in again with an adapter for HDMI to USB-C, and that works too. No issues. I'm just going to start clicking through to show you some of the native environment here, show you how not intimidating this is. Again, this is not a tutorial. I am not that person. This is just to show you what's in the box when you buy a Linux laptop off the shelf, ready to go. So this particular model, the System76, is ludicrously expensive. Again, part of that, though, is hardware issues that we're having with supply right now, for various reasons that I'm not going to get into. You can go with a cheaper model. I went with something with high graphics for gaming and such. You make your own choices. But again, this is your alternative to Windows 11. If you don't like Windows 11, this is an option. This is, I would liken learning this to 1990s. The internet just hit. We had Netscape Navigator, we had AOL dial-up, and we had to learn everything. This is what this is. It's pretty similar to that. We suddenly had smartphones. We had to learn that. Again, this is like learning that. The difference is that instead of having it fed to you in very specific models, is you get to make your own choices. One of the difficulties you are going to have with this is games. But there are workarounds, and there's a big community that can tell you how to work around. Office. Do you really need Office? Look at this. Look how familiar this looks. This is the Libre suite. It works just fine instead of Office. Again, though, these are just options. You have a notepad. You know, there's an alternative for everything. There's an alternative to reading PDFs. There's an alternative to Notepad. There's an alternative to Office. There are ebook reader apps. There are video player apps. This is your WinRAR, WinZip opening program. You have a little store with apps that you can download. Again, this is just to show you there is another tool available if you want a little more elbow room, a little more privacy, and a little less of people telling you how to play on your own desktop environment. Another not insignificant piece of this particular laptop is if I were to crack it open to add more storage, say, I would not negate the warranty. Okay? Right to repair. There are many distributions to choose from. This just happens to be the easiest. This is the Pop! OS distribution for Linux.